We're going to be casting Reflection, also known as Kirito, versus Salaman. It's going to be an exciting game. We're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty of people getting bumped out of the tournament, so it is exciting to see people hopping in and out and enjoying themselves. We're getting down to the last couple rounds. Let me see. I'm going to do a read off really quick of the folks that are still in the tournament. We are at round 5. Okay, round 5. X Factor versus Batana or Batan. Yeah, wait, Bantana. I don't know why I was getting confused with that name. Anyway, X Factor versus Bantana. We got Vedor versus Barcast. Extra Button versus Space Dogeman. We got Esper Triple versus Beast Eater. Contra versus Therexy. And then Starpleb versus Jinxer, which I think Starpleb didn't end up showing. So that's going to be Nebuchadnezzar versus Jinxer. And then we've also got Kirito versus Salaman, which is who we are casting now. Alrighty, Salaman starting off with 2 mexes going into some windmills, it looks like. And we got Reflection, or Kirito, going for 2 mexes, going into 3 windmills, and possibly a bot lab, would be my guess. Yes, absolutely, that is what is happening. And over on this side, Salaman is actually replacing due to the wind speed, it looks like. That can happen as you start the game and start going. Your wind speed can end up picking up quite a bit, and you need to reposition so that you don't end up wasting too much of your energy. And he's got his T1 bot lab out. In a couple minutes, we'll see who breaks first. It looks like it's going to be both almost an even tie, I would guess here. So Reflection's been doing very well in the tournament so far. I can't tell, is there any stats that give us his win rate currently? Let's see. Yes, we do have win rates here. For where is it? Kirito. For Kirito, he has won a game and lost a game. I'm not seeing, because this is round 5, he should have more games than just that. I'm not sure why it does not. I'm going to do a refresh. Here we go. Refreshed, and now we have Kirito with a total of 2 wins, 2 losses. X Factor live with 4 wins total. Contra with 3 wins, 1 loss. Therexy with 3 wins, 1 loss. Barcast 3 wins, 1 loss. Vedor 3 wins, 1 loss. Bantana 3 wins, 1 loss. Extra Button 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. Along with Kirito, 2 wins, 2 loss. Salaman, 2 wins, 2 loss. Esper Triple, 2 wins, 2 loss. And those are the official numbers for those who have been playing so far. So very exciting to see. Love to see the tournament going on. We have some LLTs being put out. Obviously, we are not wanting to be harassed this game, and there is nothing wrong with that. Harassment is always irritating. We've already got some ticks on the front line here for some scouting to see what's going on, see when the enemies are coming across. We got Salaman going for a couple construction turrets over here to the island to get some of these mexes. Definitely a good idea. We got a little bit of metal scattered across the map here. These dark crystals do have metal in them. Let's see, how much do we have? We got several hundred metal across this more canyony, rocky terrain here. So I'm hoping to see a couple res bots ending up coming over here and trying to get the metal advantage that is available to them. But it does not look like that is a high priority for these players at the moment. Maybe a little bit sad to see. We do have some some, why am I forgetting the name? Energy converters. My goodness, I feel terrible. Energy converters over here getting built. Always good to see. He's probably a little bit overpowered on the energy conversion at this point, but it is good to have them. I might have waited a little bit until later on in the match to have them up, but it is good to have them. He is blocking off his front area here. Reflection is not wanting any harassment to enter his base. I'm actually rather surprised he spent so much money on a beamer turret so early on the game. that seems like it could have been a little bit of a waste there. It might have been better to rather buy a single Lazarus bot and then go for some of this metal reclaim. That could have really jump-started your economy and given you a bit of an advantage early on. Salaman over here getting some vision out, always a good idea. Got some bots coming over here for some metal extraction. Very good to see. And we still don't have any res bots, which I am flabbergasted by the amount of energy that is across the map here. Let's take a look. How much energy and metal. This map is massive as far as energy and metal goes. Let's see if we can't get a call here. We've got over 900 metal across the map on the ground right now with 125,000 energy waiting to be sucked up, and they have not built a single resurrection bot. This is insane. I would have definitely built one myself, at least just one to help me jumpstart my economy. But you know, they are the ones doing the 1v1. They can choose to use the units as they see fit. We have another couple, a little bit maybe redundant, but not terrible. Just getting some more vision out here with these radar towers. Good to see. We got some grunts across the field here. Just watching the islands, it looks like they are here just to harass any construction units that may be coming across. Checking out the metal income, right now we are at 14 metal income for Reflection, who's playing it very, very safe and going for maybe an economy win with his energy conversion, but I don't think that's going to be a sustainable option here, as it's not going to be nearly as powerful as having a couple metal extractors on the front. He does have a decent amount of units, and he's focusing mainly on producing them, but I don't think he's getting the value he needs. Here we finally see a resbot coming out with a very large reclaim field, as there is tons and tons of reclaim across the map. It doesn't matter where you choose to reclaim, it's always going to bring you loads of value here. We got lots of pawns coming in to do some harassment on these grunts, gunning them down rapidly. Pawns obviously not doing quite as good of a trade against the grunts, as we have seen most of the professional players in the game have been going for grunts and cortex in the 1v1 situation. We got a single grunt here sneaking up in the back line. We didn't really see how he got there, but it's an excellent position. He is able to get some vision of the economy and get an idea of what is happening across the map here. He might even be able to find a weak spot over on this side here where he can get past some of these LLTs. The LLTs are going to be blocked if we can obviously not as easy without a controller. This is why it would have been nice to have my controller not break on me in the middle of the casting. Anyway, so LLTs are going to be blocked by windmills. The windmill is a square section that goes directly up to the height of the LLT. So if he sneaks his grunt across, my goodness, if he sneaks his grunt across over to this side, he could potentially hit this area right here without getting any harassment from the LLTs. So that is a missed opportunity, but we have something he does not have, and that is a vision of the entire map. So very interesting. Blue absolutely scaling the whole map. He is definitely warmed up now, crushing the economy side of things at 29 metal per second coming in, and he is using every single bit of it, building some flame turrets up here even to stop any pushes that may come to his base. It is good to remember that on this map, this terrain here is traversable by bots. So even having just a single defense here to block this ramp push is not going to be enough for his entire base, because all of these pawns could swing around, come up behind, and wreak havoc on the base here if they were aware that this Dragon's Maw was there. But even then, with the Dragon's Maw being gone, putting in this economy damage is going to be huge, absolutely devastating, but there are enough LLTs and such in the base that they cannot totally destroy his economy. We still have this one grunt here just as a scout, still not being sighted, even though there is vision of it here in the corner. They just are, our reflection is not pushing in on him. Apparently it's not enough of an issue for him to worry about. I would like to see some of our construction units going across the map trying to get some of these metal extractors built up. There's so much metal here that's just going to waste on the front line with reflection. I guess his goal maybe is to harass his opponent to the point where he eats all of the metal and he doesn't need metal extractors. And to be fair, he did do devastating blow on the economy, but it's just undecided whether or not it was still worth it. That was a lot of metal that he pushed into that attack, and there's so many defenses here. He lost a lot of units here. This is almost 1,000 metal on the ground at this point, and he's going to try to get some of that reclaim, but blue has it well in his control with these LLTs. It would be wise to get an LLT lined up on the front here to contest this reclaim field so that it is not just falling directly into blue's hand. The blue commander is going to love to eat that reclaim and eat it for free as well. That's going to put red farther and farther behind on the economy side as the blue scales up to 40 and 30 metal per second, filling up his economy very rapidly here and building a couple more LLTs. And this looks to be the area where we are actually going to be fighting today. This is the front line has been set, and this is the area, the battle of the pond, to see who will gain the advantage, having just maces out here as the longer range weaponry. And we're starting to see blue, his economy has been built. He is now ready to devastate red, and red's economy is just not going to be able to keep up. We have plenty of energy and plenty of energy conversion, but we're just lacking the metal production over here, basically ignoring the mexes across the battlefield. A very interesting play here. I would definitely have gone for a couple rocket bots as well to do consistent harassment here. That is something that we have not seen in any of our games, really, is any rocket bot harassment. Those are common units that we see most of the time on other games, but this game, these 1v1s, they have not been popular. We have rarely seen them coming out. Now we are starting to see some coming out as we see the LLTs are there and difficult to deal with. It is going to be a little bit of an easier way to go up against these LLTs, although you're going to need a significant number of them to be able to fight. Now we have a decent amount of grunts coming in. They're going to be cutting off the reinforcements here, and that's one thing with the rocket bots is they are not good at 1v1 against a pile of running units. And it looks like the red commander knows when he's done, ends up getting his commander into the LLT gunfire and is completely lost, essentially surrendering the game because he knew there was nothing left that he could do. Well matched, well fought.